We have a growing crisis on our hands, folks. War in Ukraine, stocks crashing, Bed Bath & Beyond CEOs jumping out of their 18th-story apartment windows to their ultimate demise. Bitcoin is down. Cryptocurrency is down. Housing market, depending on who you watch and who you listen to, we have a housing market crash. Lake Mead, water levels and potential drought conditions affecting many people's ability to have water and power. Dow is down, stocks are down, Tesla stock, the economy in general. Economics is a struggle right now. We're facing a recession, and you got folks out there like Ryan Cohen and apparently too Meet Kevin. I did a video about Meet Kevin leaving YouTube or possibly just quietly quitting YouTube, and the comments coming in are very, very shocking. Some things I didn't know about Meet Kevin, or at least I didn't know people knew about Meet Kevin or were concerned about with Meet Kevin. As far as some of the information he was sharing, Meet Kevin is a former stimulus channel updater, stock morning, stock opens, market open, market closing, live stream, YouTuber, content creator, real estate investor, multimillionaire. But, we got a market crash and people are wondering and worrying and frightened and scared and afraid of, what should they do next? Is now a good time to invest? Is it too late to invest? And just uncertainty in the market, uncertainty in the world in general, food shortages, high prices, inflation. Walmart laying off employees, closing stores, mass layoffs across the country. And, it's just we're just rolling down the hill. I mean, if anybody has, and I don't mean to be this way and everybody's saying, oh, you make fear mongering and you're trying to scare us and this, that, and the other. Look, if anybody's got any good news, any good information to share, please comment below. I'm all for it. I could use some good news today. But I received an email and I wanted to share this with you guys. And perhaps this could be the good news that we're looking for. And it says here, "Hi, Kevin. I have followed Michelle for a while now and just found your channel. Tell her to tell her followers how to find you on YouTube. I finally remembered to ask her." So apparently my channel is not the easiest to find on YouTube. But what I have noticed after making the video about Meet Kevin is that I actually show up in search under Meet Kevin. But I also show up under search if you just type in Kevin in all caps, and also for Kevin Prepper. Or Kevin SHTF. That's another one. So these are just ways. Maybe I'll throw it in. I don't even know where I would put it because you'd have to find the channel to see it, to know how to find me. So that's kind of odd. It's kind of weird. But either way, I need to get your opinion on how to make extra money. I'm getting older, almost 60, single, and could lose my job anytime. Hopefully and prayerfully, I won't, but hey, I need to do something more. I live paycheck to paycheck, and I've had a grown son take advantage of my goodness, and I now have no savings. What do you suggest for someone my age? Any advice would be greatly appreciated. And this is pretty normal, pretty standard from what I'm seeing coming in through the emails. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you subscribing. I appreciate you watching Preparing for Survival or PFS on YT. Thank you for that. Thank you for your email. So I'm not going to share who this was or anything like that, but I wanted to share the message and I wanted to share the answer because I get this a lot and I feel as though it's better and faster and easier and probably more effective if I just make a video with some answers to these questions. So let's go back. I need to get your opinion on how to make extra money. And a lot of folks think that the immediate solution is making extra money. Now, I'm all for people making more money. Don't get me wrong. You guys know that. But oftentimes the answer isn't just make money, because what you can typically do faster than making more money is spending less money. And that is going to require you to buckle down, analyze your expenses, analyze your spending, create a budget, and really figure out where every dollar you have is going. And then devise a plan for where every dollar you're going to get, where it's going to go. So I just want to put that out there. A lot of people think I just need to make more. I just need to make more. I just need to make more. But sometimes if you just figure out ways to spend less and waste less, it's almost the same as making more. So I'm getting older, almost 60, single, and could lose my job anytime. Hopefully and prayerfully, I won't. But hey, I need to do something more. And this is very smart. Hopefully this doesn't happen. But logically, realistically, let's be prepared just in case. Let's be real about this. I'm getting older, almost 60. So, I'm not going to say that you're extremely limited on your opportunities, but this is the age at which you should be considering retiring, not figuring out, how to replace the job that you lost. And, it says that I live paycheck to paycheck, and I've had a grown son take advantage of my goodness, which is what I've been telling you guys in previous videos about fake friends and family rolling around, just trying to take advantage of people's good heart and good nature. And I hate that that has happened, but we understand it. We realize it. We're going to move on from it. And I would just assume that at almost 60, possibly, the loss of a job is possible, and you live paycheck to paycheck. I would imagine that retirement savings and retirement investments aren't probably there. Granted, you could be looking to rely on Social Security, but we all know that that isn't really a really great viable option. But what do you suggest for someone my age? Any advice would be greatly appreciated. So I think at almost any age, and this is just my opinion, this isn't like advice. I just think at any age, there's two thoughts of mine that I immediately think about when it comes to what do I want to do to make more money? Or what do I want to do to make money in general, in the case of possibly losing a job? And the first one is, what do I want to do? That is ultimately the creme de la creme. That is, life goals. What do I want to do? Because in all reality, I would much rather be working for something that I like and I enjoy and I'm passionate about versus the opposite. A job that I hate, a job that I despise, a place that I don't want to go to. It just makes it harder. And then ultimately, that's when you see more folks moving towards and leaning towards this quiet quitting mentality. And it's just not good for anybody. It's not good for you. It's not good for the customers and that you have to engage with. It's not good for the business, the company. It's not good for anybody. So number one, I like to think about, what do I like to do? What do I want to do? Then number two, probably most important, is what is available. Because whatever I want may not actually be feasible, may not be out there. What is available? But the beauty of it is today, 2022, going into 2023, the opportunities and possibilities are almost limitless. So now what's available is far more widespread and abundant than ever before. And then we have to decide, do you want to find somewhere to work? Do you want to find something that you can do on your own from wherever, from home, start your own business? Because honestly, there are businesses that you can go start today, tomorrow, next week that you can start earning money from immediately. Now, obviously, it's going to be dependent on where you live and the resources available to you and things like that. But honestly, you could literally go outside right now and go pick up a lawnmower. You can go pick up a pressure washer. You can go pick up a truck and a trailer, and you can go to work. Honestly, like we know that that's possible. Now, is that going to pay your bills? Is that going to put you in a strong financial position? Is that going to help you build a retirement plan? Probably not, looking at it from that standpoint. But if you were looking at it from building a business, then possibly. And, a lot of folks say, well, I don't know how to start a business. I don't know how to create an LLC. They're too expensive. I don't have good credit. And honestly, you don't necessarily, it's not that expensive. There's a filing fee with the state to open a business, but it's not that expensive. And, you don't necessarily need credit to start a business, depending on what you want to do, depending on the resources available to you, depending on some friends and family who are willing to help you. So there's so many different possibilities and opportunities that exist out there It really has to start with what do you like and what do you want to do? And then we can start taking that and applying it to looking at, all right, what's available? Because for me, I have a rule that I only do what I enjoy. And if I don't enjoy it, I'm not going to do it. And if I enjoy it, that just means I'm going to be better at what I'm doing. And the better I am at what I'm doing, the more money I make. And this has pretty much been proven for the last 20 something years that I've been working, and I've been growing and expanding and creating and running my own businesses and things like that. And talking to other people and helping them reach their goals, figure out what they like, what they want, and turning it into a profitable business, side hustle, passive income stream, maybe, which I responded to another email this morning that was asking me about possible passive income streams and some of the other people and content creators or advertisements out there that make great claims about passive income. And my response was, and they were skeptical of them. And my response was, it's justified to be skeptical, but you gotta, like, most of the time, these folks are actually telling the truth. They're actually teaching you and showing you ways that it can be done. But what most often happens is that people lack the drive and the motivation and the initiative and refuse to hold themselves accountable. And most importantly, are afraid to break out of their comfort zone. They're afraid of what their friends are going to say. They're afraid of what their family is going to say. Oh my God, I can't believe you're doing that. And they don't see immediate results, and they ultimately stumble, maybe realize a few failures and then give up. And honestly, that's why most folks don't succeed. It's why most programs get a bad rap. It's why most people think that this is impossible. It's because they're not willing to grind. They're not willing to push through, because it does take work to get there. And a lot of people just lack it. But one of the things that's most important to me is that, like, when I look at YouTube, when I help people make YouTube channels all the time. Probably helped people make like 3 last week, and they're actually growing, gaining subs, gaining an audience, which, if you guys are members of the group, you know how important an audience assigned to your channel by YouTube is. And we're getting to the point where new channels are able to gain audiences that I'm seeing within 7 to 10 days. That's a huge step. But it takes work. It takes, it takes some work. It takes some consistency, and, you got to learn from what you're doing. But the biggest encouragement I give to new creators is you got to treat it like Fight Club. And the first rule about Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club. So the first rule about YouTube is you don't talk about YouTube. The first rule about starting your side hustle, starting a small business, is you don't talk about it, because you share this information with friends and family. They're gonna give you, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna discourage you. And I don't feel as though I would consider those friends. They're gonna discourage you. And for me, I'm not necessarily going to discourage anybody from chasing a dream, but I will talk to them and try to expand on what they think is going to happen, what their plans are, and just try to help, push that boulder up the hill, because it's hard on your own. But for the most part, typically most people, they kind of hate, and they'll discourage you and prevent you. So it's like the first rule is you just don't talk about it. But I feel as though I'm somewhat of an outlier there, and I do enjoy encouraging people and motivating them to succeed, and helping them and teaching them and sharing with them some things that I've learned along the way that have helped me and have helped so many other people that I know consistently, which you guys may even know because you see me around YouTube on different channels, so you know that I'm probably interconnected with a lot of different creators. But it's because we've all worked together to succeed and motivate one another. So that's my response to this email. Hopefully it has helped gain some clarity on how I feel and, what could possibly be done. It's very smart to be cognizant of what's going on and being prepared in case of a job loss that may not necessarily be any direct relation or a result of your performance, just the lack of business, a slow in the economy, a reduction in profits, companies being reducing their overhead or whatever it may be as a result of inflation in the economy and global conflict and just mass crisis everywhere. But it's smart to have that thought, to be planning and preparing, and that's just how I go about it at first. So I'm going to reply to this email specifically directly to this person, but I wanted to share this with you guys and with who sent the email. Hopefully it helps more people. And if you guys got any questions, feel free to comment below. My email's in the description. Links in the description if you want to join the group. Come check us out. And I look forward to talking to you guys again. I wish you all the best. Be safe. Take care.